Gentlemen, start your engines. What's going on, guys? Always cracks me up when you like transfer the device or you pause the run or whatever and then you jump back in and bro, just get smoked, eh? Just get smoked. What's up, Mr. Flipster? What is up? Junior Wong, how are you, bro? Taylor, what's good? What's good? Battle conditions are tough. I can only but imagine. What is it? Fast ultimate, boss ultimate, basic ultimate. Bro, it's pretty... The RNG is going to be real. I think there's even a duration one. I don't think we're going to get past 700 though. So, we should be alright not having to spend our stones to cover our tracks. Let's have a little bit of a play. What do we want? We want a little bit of this. Lucky we got the armor assist. Bro, honestly, lucky we have the armor assist. Restore? Yes, sir. I wonder if I can... How do I level that up? Merge. What do I need to level that up? Do I need another copy? Oh. Do I just need any copy? And I can get it to legendary. I'll do that at some stage. I mean, even at epic, it's real good, eh? Even at epic, it's real good. We want to put... Not that. We want to put that. And we want a little bit of this. Sweet. Looking pretty good. Oh, what I do want to do, I do have some rerolls. Alright, wish me luck, gentlemen. Wish me luck. Boo. Next time, yeah. XL Daily, what is up, big dog? How's it up there? How's the weather up there? Has it stopped, is it safe to travel around? Has it stopped raining in there? It's gone back to being hot down here. The storm was only a tickle. I don't know what they are putting us in a red zone for. Rappaport, salute to you, my friend. Mr. Flipster, 10 trillion minute. Not bad, not bad. Kind of jealous. Yeah, it typically should sit higher, but I think because I transferred devices, it was still building up. Taylor, I got the Lost in Months 591 for 15th. Bro, if you got 591, bro, I'm probably going to get like 400, 300. Hello, everyone. All clouded. Should I snipe you? Yeah, man. What we can do, we'll work it out. I'll stop talking. I'll get my situation situated. And then we can try to, like, jump in on a time or something like that. If you want. Is there anything else I need to change? Cards. Cards are pretty set. For the most part, just put everything on now. We got plenty of slots. Oh, what I need to do, I need to actually check the battle conditions. Thorns. Yeah, ultimate weapon duration. Boss ult, basic ult, fast ult. Okay. Okie dokie. Modules are set. Guardian, kick him off. Summon. Ally. Okay, what's the time? It's at 42. So if you want to jump at my bracket, jump in at 45. So as soon as it hits 45. That gives us a couple minutes. Oh wait, when it gets to 44. Oh, I'll just wait. As soon as it goes to... When it goes to 44, I'll jump in this menu. And then as soon as I see it click 45, I'm going to jump in. And then if we get in the same bracket, we're sorted. We're in the same bracket. And then all we got to do from there is We can have as many reruns as we want. Alright, I just clicked on 43. XL Daily weather's on, coming up fresh from the from the Mobsters fan. Khalid, how's it going? How's it going? How's everybody's day going? Have you guys run your tourney? If you haven't run your tourney, go hunt down some marshmallows. If you have run your tourney and you're doing a bit of reruns, go give them hell, man. Give them hell. Oh, we got a new event, eh? Valentine's Day, and it's after Valentine's Day. Pretty cool looking relics, like, you know, we gotta say, you know, pretty cool. What else? A little love heart. I haven't actually checked that skin out. I've gone back to just the blank one. Disco Fever, good luck, fam. Plenty of marshmallows today, I reckon. Oh, bro. RNG in this sort of tourney is pretty rough. Alright, we hit 44. So I'll be ready to go as soon as it clicks 45. I think I've set everything up. Anyway, like, I've got about an hour that I could do reruns in that. So we're pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's so funny, we just had a big storm in our country. Wiped through a large portion of our island. And they put us in the warning zone. Kept all the kids away from school. Mate, it's just a tickle. We eat storms like that for breakfast down here. The only annoying thing though, it was power. There was no power. That's pretty annoying. I was working anyway, so plenty of power at my work. Wish there was no power at my work. It'd be, oh well. There we go. Boom, we're in. Oh, I've got to take my locks off. Alright, so we need a... So we go fast first. Hey, all Cloud, it's Your Mouth here from Discord. Finally got to catch you. Yes, let's go, lad. Let's go. Keep the fridge closed. Yeah, bro, for sure. And if the power's out too long, go eat your neighbours. Had a full-on yarn with a contractor. We were talking about if the power was out for too long. And I'm sure they kind of put it at, like, it's a certain amount of days. Like 3 days or something, and society collapses. But 100% eating everyone. I've already got my master plan. My son went to a salmon farm down in the South Island. I already got my master plan. We're just going to go take a salmon island. If there's anarchy. Hey, son. Yeah. And along the way, we'll just eat anybody that we have to. I think you're allowed, eh? When they declare martial law. Have I got the right mod on? Oh yeah, I do. Oh, it's because the fast ulti. Alright, let's get some of these locks out. Boink, boink. Oh, those fasts are hanging around a while. The chat says they're in. They're in. Mr. Flip said, not only allowed to, it's expected to go full Walking Dead mode. That's exactly the reference that I used. I'm like, oh, brother, hey, look, man, power's out 3 days. People start panicking, get to day 6, bro. People are looting, bro, about a matter of time. Well, what we'll do, we'll skip all the foreplay, and we'll just jump straight into cannibalism. The thing in my country is we got, like, and I think, like, all countries, have got problems with gangs and that. But like in New Zealand in particular, we've got a massive thing with gangs. I think it's like the highest per capita gang in the world per population. Is it because we've got a small population? Yes. But is there a shitload of gang members? Absolutely. Because the gangs are a little bit different than, like, let's say, for example, we say something like, you know, we might refer to the States or something. Because in our country, a lot of it stems from tribes. So, like, tribes, family, second family, everything, they all kind of, you know, it's like, it's quite family orientated. But the other thing in New Zealand is everybody hunts. Like, if this country was ever invaded, obviously the piss poor effort of our army would roll. But bro, everybody hunts. Like, nobody knows nobody that hasn't hunted in this country. Everybody shotguns, everybody hunts. Everybody knows how to stick a pig with a knife while it's trying to eat your dog's face off. Everybody knows how to do that here. Everybody knows how to go bush. Everybody camps all summer. Like, the basic survival instincts in a country like this that's just surrounded by bush. It's like, once everybody goes bush, bro, good luck digging them out. Alright, we're 400 and we're still in the skip. So we're doing something. So at a certain point, I'm probably going to have to, because of fast ult, unfortunately, I hate to do this to yous, but I am going to have to slow it down. But if we slow it down and we get more hits off and we stay in the intro sprint, there's a method to the madness, fam. So I decided to try this range in the hope that where the landmine the bosses are coming in faster, and that the landmine stuns are cracking off enough where we can get a few more orb hits. The boss ult is absolute rubbish though. Like, you need just enough basic ult where they're not a problem, but also not too much where you've hit them with energy net, but then you're hitting another one with energy net and the tower doesn't even know what to shoot first. That's crazy. My son just had a school field trip to the salmon farms. I got to add you on Discord and show you the pics. Yeah, man, for sure, for sure. Yeah, my son did a funny ass one. He showed us the video and he goes to go reel it out and it hooks onto you know how you have kind of like sheltered seats and that sort of things, and you just hear it crack, hooks onto the roof of one. Just crack up. But they got a few around in the country. Most of them are around the tourist towns and that. Because I think if you want to go like actual like to the trout trout fishing and salmon and all that, you got to get licenses, and you know, people would just pillage it. People get like that, especially with all the seafood in New Zealand. Oh, we hit a berserk. We zerked up. Let's see how much damage we're popping. So almost a big S. Almost a big S. Envy says, good luck, boss. Good luck to you too, my friend. Good luck to you too. If you haven't done your tourney yet, good luck getting a good bracket. And if you have done your tourney, give him hell, big guy. Get in there, give him a spanking. We're doing alright on the RNG. We're doing okay at the moment. I don't want to jinx it. We just need to supply ourselves with enough in the landmines. A little bit hard when Black Hole keeps dropping down though. Mr. Flips said, I saw Once We're Warriors. I know exactly what's up. Yes, let's go, lad. There's heaps of those, bro? There's heaps of those style of movies in New Zealand. But honestly, bro, all the pubs. So one of the pubs in my town was exactly like that. Once We're Warriors. Exactly like it. But the thing is like, we'll go into that pub and it's like, your auntie's behind the bar, 60 other aunties on the pokies, or I don't know, what do you guys call them? The slot machines. I don't know what they call them in other countries. We just call them pokies. You know, the toughest guy in the pub, he's your uncle. But bro, if you're an outsider, holy moly. Everybody can smell an outsider in my town. The town's small. Heaps of us are related, but you can always tell an outsider. They dress different. They talk different. Graham says, what's up, yo? What's up to you too, Graham? Just like everybody else, if you haven't done your tourney yet, good luck on getting a good bracket. If you started your tourney, give them hell, big dog. Give them hell. Alright, we've had some pretty good RNG. I can't complain with the RNG we've gotten so far. As long as we've got a good stream of inner landmines, we're not going to break records, but we kind of stand. Bro, what in the death defies? How many are we at? 4. 4 death defies, bro. Alright, we're in the trouble zone now. This is it, kids. We're wrapping it up. Oh, 1 exit. Sorry to do it to yous. Or 1.5. I won't be that cancerous to yous. Alright. Timing is everything now. RNG and timing. Bro, they're so tanky. Yes, boys. Yes. Oh, because we're zerked up. Yeah, that's the other thing. You can get like not only RNG from fast, not only RNG from basic ult, but the RNG from Berserker can make or break your run. You might do the exact same thing. Look at that. Drilling him. You might like do the exact same run over and over, or like settings wise, might do the exact same thing over and over and over and over, and then but you just crack the RNG. I think we're having one of those ones. I feel like the last like X amount of tournaments, our first run has been so RNG based, and we've just been, after that it's like you're trying to chase that RNG, and whether you get it or not is. Alright, here he comes, Mr. Chunky. And we got no thorns. We just need Death Defy. No! There's wings. Hopefully, Demon Mode can buy some time. I'll probably stop that intro sprint a bit early. Full send Demon Mode. Wow, look at those fast. Alright, 700, first run. Not too bad, not too bad. Graham says them outsiders smell different. That's exactly what it is, bro. I don't know how to describe it. But it's like you can just tell. The funny thing is, bro, is like, my wife reckons is like, every time me and the boys will drink, we start off sounding English, but like the slang and the language that you use is like so unique to us, and especially in my town, that all of a sudden if we're drunk, it's like we're speaking a different language. But she can understand it, and people around there can understand it, but like outsiders will be like, hey, the hell are these guys on about? Look at all those fasts. I reckon like we're going to get chipped, eh? Like one of those fasts is going to pull in a ranged or so. And somehow we have to be fast enough for a nuke. Oh no, are we going to have to nuke this guy? We're going to have to nuke him. Oh, holy moly. He almost had us. Not bad first run. First run. What in the RNG. How much death defies do we end up with? 4. Pretty good. Oh, look at that. He's got smooth sailing. No defenses. Full send. Let's try to drill him down. Oh, we death defied. And a second death defy. What is going on, bro? We pulled 2 death defies, still couldn't get him. Damn. Alrighty. Let's take a look. Envy. I know this guy. Everybody take a look. I know this guy. Look. Look at the handle. Look at it. Yes. It's the breather. It's the breather. Alright, let's see how else we know. DBA. I think because of the battle conditions, heaps of people will be running like a slow speed. Golgotha. CM Dr. Spartan 337. Here we go, lad. You're in there. You're in there. And Marcus. Who's Marcus? Alright, let's look at the one waivers. Fonzo. Marcus. Alright. Well, look, guys. We had a pretty damn good run that stint, eh? Like, the RNG was definitely playing up with us. Are we allowed to get that many RNG? Yo, what a run. Is that a PB? Is that a PB? Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. But that was wild RNG. You can't ask for any more better wild RNG. Tally says, congrats, Knight's placement. You beat me by 9 places. Oh, I mean, look, at the moment, we've still got other people running. Emmy says, look, Mum, I'm on tally. Envy. Is that the first time we've been in a bracket? Whoa, Taylor says 14th is 900 waves in my bracket. Out of curiosity, how long ago did you run your tourney? Okay. Oh, yes, don't mind if I do. Okie dokie. Do we just be silly as? Got like big ass range. Let's see how silly this looks. Take off. Take off. Oh, you know what I did forget to do? Lock that. Yeah, let's see how crazy this looks. Might be too much range. $114. Is that too much? We'll give it a nudge. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Depending on what this guy's doing, we'll see if we can get those extra 30 waves. Whoa, look at Envy go. I've been telling you guys, you take your eyes off Envy, man. He's gunning straight for that first place. Okay, we'll do the crazy range, and we'll see what we get, eh? But not gonna lie, bro, pretty happy with that first run. If RNG was a Marshmellow, you know who it is, gentlemen. The Marshmellow Warlord. Oh, Taylor only did his 30 minutes ago. What's that? 8:30. Oh, 8:30 my country, sorry. If he says, yep, I was going to hunt you down. But then you said what time it was and made it easier. You got to watch out for him. All those stories about power going out and turning into cannibals. Got him hyped up. Jens, what's good? Bro, we had a pretty good first run. 706, bro, with these battle conditions is crazy RNG. 6 death defies, 2 were in the last. Bro, we double death defied the boss and we just didn't have enough sauce to get it. Even zerked up, we didn't have enough sauce. So I don't know if we're gonna beat that RNG. I'll be honest, man. We've been doing had the crazy luck where a lot of our first runs have just been like that. Oh, bro, I tell you what, bro, if you want to laugh. Bro, me and my son have been throwing in ab exercises. And it's like, that's not much of a laugh. Like, when you lift heavy weights in that, you have to have a really strong core. And, like, historically in my younger years, I didn't really do much core. But then as the weight started getting heavier, and, like, especially, like, let's say barbell squat, or strict overhead press, you just really need a solid core. So I used to go Hundiers on all the core exercises, and I'm not talking about like those cliche ass ones where you're doing like tons and tons of sit-ups. I'm talking like real good core exercises, ones to work the obliques as well and that sort of stuff. But then eventually I end up tearing through the upper and lower part of my belly button, tore right through it. So there was a hole at the top of my belly button and a hole underneath my belly button, and I ended up getting a surgery, and then they meshed it all up. And then like ever since then, like the surgery was years ago, but I've really struggled around core. Like let's say for example I get under a barbell squat, it's never my legs or anything that gives out. Like they're always ready to go, but it's the core. Like I'm just super conscious about how I train it, because it's held together with a piece of mesh. The mesh is stitched into everything, and it's like a puncture tire repair kit. And that's basically what's holding that whole portion in. But we've started I've started trying to trim down a bit, and we've been doing like a bunch of ab exercises. But like let's say I do something like sit-ups in that, or I really feel it in all the scar tissue after the operation. So we have to find ones that are like, will engage the core and work on that so you get good spinal stability, but won't aggravate the scar tissue and all the mesh holding everything together. And bro, some of the exercise we've been doing, bro, mad respect to the fellas that have got it on lock. Like one we were doing today with dragonflies. And if you know what a dragonfly is, you know what a dragonfly is. But if you don't, let's see if I can pull an image up. Let's see if I can get some images. Oh, what's going on here? Get the fuck. Bro, what the? Like this kind of crap, bro. You see people do that, and you're like, oh yeah, Bro, go do it yourself, bro. And then you're like, holy shit, bro, rocked my world, eh? I'm one of those sorts of guys, I explained it in the last stream, that like when something's like against me, like there's something that hurts or anything like that, I double down on it. And like, bro, I was like getting like mentally, like I was getting mad at it. And I was like, so I was like doubling down even harder, bro. I was like absolutely killing me. And my son, you know, he's probably like, my son's probably like, I don't know, he'd be like in his 60s, 60 kilos. So like he's like eating it up. And like, bro, I was nowhere near perfect form. I felt like I was doing that stuff that you do when you're a little kid. You know how you do stupid things when you're a little kid? Like stupid weird things with your body. Like crooked handstands, kangaroo kicks. You know when you're fighting your sibling? And then they go on to just like hone your face out. So you like the first move you think of is like kangaroo kicking them in the face. Bro, like, felt like I was doing, like, rather than holding it, let alone, let's, like, not even say perfect form, like some of those images that I showed you guys. Just most terrible form, kangaroo-y, kicky guy that you'd have ever seen in your life. And, like, bro, it was, like, it was rolling me, eh? Absolutely rolling me. I was doing some other ones that, like, we've seen on, like, Reels or TikToks or Shorts or whatever you want to call it. And I think they were just making other parts of my body hurt. Like, you know, when you've done physical work for a majority of your life, you bear a bunch of injuries. You know, you got old shoulders. You know, you got one of your hips always crunches and that sort of stuff. And like some of the exercises we were doing, it was just like aggravating old torn muscles and stuff like that. But like, bro, we were doing that one and I was like, oh. It's not a good feeling, ab exercises. It's probably like one of my worst feelings because it feels like someone's like punch you in your liver. Another one that I hate doing is arms. Like when I was young, like say up until about 22, you know, you want big guns, you want big arms. And now like whenever we throw a few sets of arms in, it's like, oh, I hate this feeling. I hate the feeling of my biceps melting. Or like the tennis elbow that you get from hammering your tries. I don't know if we're going to get the good RNG like we did that first run. I think we were a little bit spoiled there, eh? Oh, look at that. 3 bosses. What's going to go on here? Come on. Look at that. I think we just had the perfect RNG. Death Defy. Impeccable timing. Ohepa says, where are you from? I'm from the Manawatu, bro. Manawatu. Manawatu, New Zealand, obviously. B. Taylor says, 95th percentile is 495 for 15th. So, what Taylor's saying there, for if anybody's unsure, is that to get into the 95 percentile, it's close to 500 waves to get keys, basically. And he's had a little bit of a rough bracket, where there's a lot of people that have placed first and second. Hohepa said, that's on with you and your son, bro, solid. Honestly, it's like, you know, obviously seeing my wife in that. But outside of that, spending that time with my son is like, I can't explain it. It's like, it's what I've always dreamed of when he was a little kid. When he used to come out into the shed and work out. Bro, we actually had a funny ass story. So, been doing pull-ups, and for some reason, I just mad plateaued at pull-ups. Just can't do it, bro. I must be too fat or something. Can't do it. It's a combination of either too fat or too weak. It's like one of those ones. So we went down to one of the parks. Everybody's doing rugby training, all of that carry on. All the preseason training. And they've got like a little circuit, like calisthenics circuit. So we go hit up this pull-up bar. I say to my young fella, bro, if we do good, if we get more reps here on this setup than we do at home, we'll go buy some KFC or something like that. So we're like, yep, sweet as. So we go down to the park. We're just as weak as we are at home. So it's like, alright, scratch that. We're going to have to come up with something, add some bands in, get some extra volume, you know. You guys all know how it all works. Build up to getting higher reps. And he cracked up, he said, do you know what cracks me up about this spot in the park? And I said, what's that? And he's like, I remember that every time we'd have off season, Death Defy, double Death Defy, what is going on? And he says to me, do you know what cracks me up? Is every time we come down to this park, I said, what's that? And he goes, bro, I remember we had off season, so he played rugby his whole life. Got to a certain stage like in kids sports, and it's like, why do all the kids play shit as? But then once they get a couple games in, they're fine. And it's like, because they've literally been doing nothing all off season. So then we started like a couple years into kids sports, we started doing like off season stuff, you know, general activities. Then it starts ramping up into like running, shuttles, you know, running up hills, all that sort of stuff. Oh no, here they come. Bro, what in the RNG? And then, yeah, so one of the first years that we started off-season training, when he, like, all he wants to do is just play the game. You just want to play Spider-Man, Roblox, all that sort of stuff. I want to be doing no off-season training. You know, he's been playing footy all winter, and he reckons, do you know what's crack up as when we go to this park? And then I was like, what's that? And he's like, every time I see this park, I remember you making me run around this field in off season, and he's like, and I remember crying, and you made me run harder, and he's like, and I hated you so much for it, and we just start bursting out laughing. He's like, I hated you. I was like, why are you doing this to me? And I was like, and now you know, buddy, because it is crucial that kids do that sort of stuff. It's so easy as a parent to throw a tablet in their face and go, here, tablet, babysit the kids. And, you know, there's a time and a place for that. You know, there's a level of, if your kid isn't used to technology and everything, they're going to be disadvantaged versus the kid that is. But then there's also a level of, go and touch some grass, bro. Get out there and touch some grass, man. Go smell what a flower smells like. But I tell you one thing that's like really got us out and about and that sort of stuff is when we got a puppy a few months ago. Like, bro, you would never catch my kids wanting to go on a bushwalk with us or just going for a walk in general. They're teenagers, man. Teenagers aren't into that sort of stuff. But the love for this puppy, the love for the tower has united us. Now all of a sudden we're out there doing bushwalks and that sort of thing. Oh, is this it? Look how chunky it is. What is that health? Come on. Is he gonna rob me? Oh no. Alright, do we see if we can do a cheeky extra tenner? Boom. Okay, I'll cancel it now. Or is that cancelled too early? Panic cancelling. Oh no, we timed it. We timed it alright. Because this boss is gonna... Oh no. Hold on. I'm locked in. Oh, we did it. Mr. Flipster says, you sound like you could benefit from Flipster's yoga for tower players video course. Bro, honestly, I honestly reckon it was yoga that end up going too deep into yoga too soon, and then hitting a peak. So like when you're doing like powerlifting style training, or you're competing or anything like that, you set up everything in blocks, and then you hit peaks, and then you deload, and eventually you're to a specific date that you're targeting. You want to peak, hit a deload, and then peak right at that point, so you can get your 1 rep maxes. And in certain seasons, I followed like a guy's like ideology where you incorporate certain things based on seasons. So say for example, like I don't know, not only does it keep you like more interested in things, but it's also good for the body to the barbell's such a linear item, like for all the benefits that it has, it can make you super immobile and that sort of stuff. So we hit one block, and then it was like a 12-week block, and I was like, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to incorporate some yoga. Now, not like the yoga like you guys know, what you see on TV, spandex and all that. Nowhere near that flexible. But adding in some of the stretches and some of the routines, like 15 minutes a day. But I reckon I went too hard into it, and my body was not used to those positions. And then I reckon, do I just nuke it? I panicked. Who cares? Who cares? I think we're about to hit a PB. Yeah, and I reckon like some of the positions that I got in, I reckon that like, I don't know, man. I reckon it like either stretched all the fascia too much, like around, like in between the abs, around the belly button area, and then that, and then slam everything on sight and go hit a peaking block, like deadlifts and squats in that, and then boom, bro, just rip the stomach in half. I actually didn't even notice. I noticed my abs were sore for probably about 2 weeks straight. Like, it felt like everything I was doing, it felt like I did 1,000 sit-ups. It's like, bro, my abs are rolled. Must be all the heavy weights. And then one day we were in the room and we're talking, and we're like laughing at each other's belly buttons. And then they go, oh, go on, Dad, gives a look at yours. And I lift my top up and I look down and I go, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Is that my intestines? Like, I never noticed. Didn't notice in the shower. Didn't notice nothing. But it's like, is that my insides? Why is my insides come out? Why is there a bulge over there? Oh, perfect timing on the wall regen. Look at that. Oh, that's thorn resistance. It's done nothing. And that's all she wrote, gentlemen. I did a little bit of a panic on that nuke. Alright, let's see how much movement. Oh, we jumped the other lad. He looks like he hasn't moved. What was his? 732. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Chief Mario, good morning. Good morning to you too, brother. Good morning to you too. Jen says, meanwhile, he surpassed his previous one. Yeah, but I think that's it. It's all in the yarns. If you spin good yarns, you get distracted. As soon as I touch it, I do things like push the buttons at the wrong time. Chief Mario says, what a good daily income to start. Oh, what is a good daily income to start masteries? I'm at 24 trillion a day without focusing on coin farming. So there's a few masteries you can pick up for like pretty out the box benefit, but it also depends on stone efficiency, on where those stones could be better placed. There's so much to go over when it goes to everybody's builds, and something like a bit more specific to each individual. So there's a few factors involved, but generally speaking, people say like 800 trillion to a queue a day for masteries. I honestly don't reckon it's that much. I personally feel like it's not that much. But it depends how strategic you want to be. I'll give you an example. So the build that I did in tier 11 relied on damage. More damage directly correlated to more econ. Now, the fastest way to get a damage multiplier was through the damage mastery. So that is stone efficient for the build that I had, because even though, you know, 600-700 T a day is on the low end for affording masteries, because it directly gave me income, it meant that I could afford more levels, etc, etc. So it kind of, there's a lot of it depends sort of situation with your build. But I think in a general number, would say on the low end, 600 T a day, you probably can't afford to consistently lab it, but you'll probably get a couple labs in there. That's about when I started, 600 to 700 T a day. I was right in the lower end, but I was like instantly benefiting from each level I put in there. I got Wave Accelerator Mastery. You're instantly benefiting from each level you put in. So it doesn't matter if it's costing you a lot to afford, or you don't get the chance to invest in your workshop and that, you're directly getting the return on your investment in that. And then at the higher end, I reckon honestly, bro, if you're getting like a Q a day, 2Q a day, you're fine. You're fine. But 24 T a day is probably super on the low end. Super on the low end. Nice in the bushwalks. Kids love being out in bush too. That's a blessing for you and your whānau. Have a good night. I got mahi 4:30 in the morning, bro. Legend. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Mr. Flipster says, I think Tag said something around a Q a day. I started with about 500 T a day. There's another perfect example. Mr. Flipster started at 500 T a day. But you can always get a line. There you go. 1Q a day would be mean if I could lab them until they're max, right? I feel like 1Q a day, you're kind of comfortably labbing. For sure. 2Q, super comfortably labbing. If you farm with BHD, I recommend Free Up Mastery, lock the workshop orbs, ban orbs perk, and farm at 30 meter range. All the boys coming in with some good strats and good advice. Okay, is there anything else that we could try? Because we're on the super RNG just then. The only thing I can think of is Pulsar. But bro, I've never had good luck with Pulsar. Is it just me? Am I broken? Am I stupid? There's something wrong with me. We can give it a nudge. Want that? Oh, that's not even going to do anything. We'll just give it a nudge, yeah? Whoops. $10 gems. I don't think we're going to beat that. Honestly, don't think we're going to beat that, man. Have you tried OA as main armor? A few tourneys ago? Is that what I did? Yeah, I put it in as main. I've never really had success. I'm open to it, but I've never really had success with it. Rapport says, I'm currently labbing all coin generators and hitting 140 T a day. I've got card mastery unlocked and can't afford them just yet. It's really good that if to slam, at least get to level 50, the discount lab. I actually even double checked the bracket. How's the bracket moving? This guy started moving. Oh, bro, I've got to audit tomorrow. Can't be fucked. Honestly. Honestly. I just cannot be arsed with it. But it is what it is. I can't remember what my first mastery was. Damage? Free up mastery, actually. It was free up mastery, I think. I'm pretty sure I did the free up mastery, and then I think I went rare package, and then I think I went damage. Yeah, I did free up mastery first, actually. Because what was I doing? I may have just been doing a blender build. Oh, actually, I think I might have been doing like a orb devo. I was doing something. I'm pretty sure I went free up first. I saved enough coin for the unlocks so that I could begin a transition to orbless. And orbless was super good coin. Cannot complain with the econ from orbless. Graham says, I want to know who audits the auditor. Wow. In this case, the government audits the government. No, so this is for a China listing to get a certain product signed off. So first we'll go the on-site boss from the government. So there's a few people that are on-site that are employed by the government. And they're basically there living on site. Whenever we're in production, they're on site continuously ordering us to the market requirements. And, you know, basically keeping us honest and in check. So that's the first audit. The next audit will be the boss of that person. But when they do that audit, they'll be live streaming it to a member of the Chinese, what would we call it? It's their version of, I suppose, in America, the FDA. Or in New Zealand, it's called Ministry of Primary Industries. With the Chinese government, I'm not sure what they call it. Probably call it Comrade. The comrades. Yeah, so they'll live stream it, and then the next time that they're in the country to do random audits, they'll be there. But they did already send someone out, so this is kind of how you guys have to understand how much power these guys have. They can make or break a country. We got a message to say that they basically landed in New Zealand. They were going around a bunch of plants. So this is the members of their version of the FDA. If you're American, I'm not too sure what they call it in other countries. And they basically just land in the country and just say, we're going to do X, Y, Z. And you're stupid if you say no. Like, you can say no. Of course you can say no. Piss off. You're not coming in here. You don't have a scheduled audit or anything, but you're absolutely stupid if you do that. You'll find none of your product will get into the country. And they basically just walked in and wanted to take photos of everything that we had, all the equipment, how we were doing everything, not having a bar of it, man. All we were giving them, we're allowing them to get, were photos on the death defies. Look at that, it sucked all my shields. What am I doing? Lost all my bloody shields. Yeah, man. So it's like no photos of people, no photos of machines, this and that. But they were super interested, like they already knew that we were planning to do. I think they already know anyway, like you have to send out like an application. So if you want a license to do something, you have to send like an initial application. And we do that, and all of a sudden, a couple months later, hello, they turn up for a spot visit. And they're extremely intelligent. They know, it's like they recite it, it's like they groom them from kids. And it's like, you're going to do this, and you're going to recite line for line everything that's in the overseas market requirement for the dairy industry, or something like that. I swear, this lady knew everything. I couldn't believe it. There's no pulling the wool over the eyes. Just recite you line for line what the market access requirement is for you. Absolutely wild. But like, certain countries are worse than others. US is always an annoying one. If they turn up, US is always an annoying one. China's super annoying. US for the most part. A lot of their problems that they have are very standard. You know, it's like common sense stuff. A lot of the stuff with the Chinese market, like, majority of it is like just general compliance. And then other stuff, you're just like, it doesn't even make any sense. Who the hell made up that rule? It makes literally no sense. But it's just far. If that's the rules of the game, it's the rules of the game, and you have to abide, or your competitors will do it. And I think like a lot of the stuff with their requirements, they require significant investment from the company. And I suppose there's a lot of it's like strategic as well. Like if a company drops a couple mil to get a certain product market access, they're most likely not going to, I don't know, go against that or something. You know, they're gonna stick to that. It kind of like locks you in. Mr. Flipster says, reverse Devo from J Plays. Graham says, much better than the government auditing the government. I'm American. I know how badly that goes. I can imagine. We get that too. Or they do, or the one that they like doing here in New Zealand, what the governments do, is they get consultants. But, you know, obviously they so they'll say, so something will happen, and they'll go, alright, there's a problem with this. What we'll do is we will get consultants to do the auditing and that. But they pick the consultants. You know, and half of them are somehow intertwined with it. You know, it's like it's a mate, it's a this and that. It's all that sort of carry on. You know, unfortunately, my country's not immune to that sort of skullduggery. I think the whole world kind of operates like that, unfortunately. I was really dumb for not slowing it down sooner, eh? I think it really cost us a few energy shields. See how much levels we're dipping. 1 level. 2 levels. 4 levels. But we got like pretty good like stun time in those other runs. It'll be interesting to see like how much we can actually drill these bosses down. Oh no, look at that. Holy moly. What is going on? No way he's gonna make it. What is that? I think RNG's against us. Oh, bro. I don't know if you guys know. I don't know, like, what you guys watch or what you're interested in. But, bro, have you guys seen all the stuff with Ashes of Creation? I've been watching all of it, bro. It's so funny. It's so funny. I didn't even play it. I just interested in it. Because I was, like, interested in it until I saw, like... Until I saw Narc fall off. And once, like, Narc fell off and was like, this game's a hoax, da-da-da-da, then I lost, like, all interest in it. I was like, nah, this is rubbish. but I still kept up with all of it. And then I seen it was going to Steam and all that, and it's like, oh, okay, sounds like it's a bit early from stuff that I've seen. But, you know, good luck to them. GG, you know, give it a good nudge. And then, yeah, man, holy moly, didn't that just hit the fan? Where some investor lost like 90 or 100 mil. Like, bro, you got no business dumping that much money into a MMO. Never had a board meeting in the 9 or 10 years it was operating. Never had a board meeting. Why would you keep giving them money? You can't be that busy that, or well, not necessarily the individual, but the group of guys that pulled money together, almost $100 million, and you don't even want to send one of you there to see what's going on with your money? Like, how much money do you have? How much do you hate money or disrespect it that you don't do your due diligence? Like, and I mean, it goes both ways. Obviously, the person that, you know, you've invested in, they should be providing this and that, but bro, do your due diligence, bro. Know where the hell your money's going, especially a staggering amount like that. It is nothing to sneeze at. Bro, at my work, they want to know where $3 went. It's like these guys just forgot they had 90 mil wound up in a game, and they hadn't even been to know like investors or shareholders or any sort of performance like nothing. It's wild. And one of the guys that invested was actually, whoops, that's all right. Well, I wasn't gonna get an extra 100 ways. Who's this guy? Was he one of the guys from the bottom? He was so he's basically shooting right to the top. Damn. Look, I think that's us. Absolutely wild if we kept that spot. I mean, like, you know, if we got like 6, because this guy's obviously going to infinity and beyond. But bro, if we got that, I'm gonna cry. What would that be? 6. No way that'll be 10 keys. No way that'll be 10 keys. What would that also be? 820 stones? 820 stones would be... Oh, I'd be 50 stones short. 50 stones short. Alright, we'll have to watch that space. We'll have to watch that space. Jen says, the board decided to shut it down. The board was the one who said it. More like Ashes of Creation. Oh, Ashes of Creation. Looks like another Kickstarter MMO RPG nightmare, where the initial art and concept sounds great, but they're selling vaporware and might be an Unreal demo. Bro, the funny thing was that a lot of the concepts when it comes to Ashes of Creation, to me, sounded like a direct copy of the systems for Albion. Like, they basically were explaining like a modern or like a updated version of Albion. I was like, bro, that's already in a game. People are like, wow, you can meet with different factions and fight over zones. Bro, that's not been a game. But that's been a game for like 10 years. How's this, bro, how is this news to anyone? But obviously, like, the graphics, the art style, you know, that's what kind of would, I suppose, turn a lot of people off Albion. You know, super old. You know, and as the years go by, like another Korean game that I played, they basically like re-released like another version. It's basically all the assets, everything is exactly the same as the first one, but they've done like things slightly different. And like 4 or 5 years ago, you could get away with that. Like, it's like, oh yeah, that's, you know, it's not the best graphics I've ever seen, but you know, it's still pleasing on the eye. But then 4 or 5 years later, you're playing it because you're so invested in the game, whether that's like monetary or just you know, what do they call it, sunken loss fallacy. You know, you're like, I can't quit because I've either invested this much time or this much money. But then you re-release the same skin, like, on, like, with that, it looks, bro, stupid outdated. Because you haven't invested nothing in it. It's like you release a new game and it looks like that, and it's just the same assets and the same skin with different, like, ability skins or whatever, or mechanics. It's like, bro, that's outdated, bro. I ain't gonna play that. I'll do it on the original because I'm already so invested in it. I'm not gonna do it on a new one, a new old game. That's what it feels like. It's like, bro, you're releasing a new old game. But I can't play PC games for too long. Like my knuckles, my hands, my wrists, they're all beat up from work. Just so many years. 100% I'm getting arthritis when I'm older. Take that. That's still... Oh, that doesn't need a lock. We'll lock that. And we'll lock that. So how are we relative to... It's actually a little bit too early to do an overnight run. We'll probably start that. Just let that chill for a minute. Hey. Yeah, I've been cracking up on the Ashes of Creation stuff. So funny, bro. What's this? Tower health. I'll take it. Oh, I picked up the event pass. Ultimate damage. I don't know what's up with this. Oh, I mean, that'll come in handy later on. I don't know what's up with all this knockback force, eh? Is knockback force a thing? Are we really that starved for knockback force? I thought it was all just CC. One craze is to remaster old games and re-release them. Yeah, bro. Yeah, honestly. I tell you what I used to do. I used to be a Call of Duty freak. Bro, I was the biggest freak of Call of Duty. It was so bad for me. I had to stop playing because it was making me so mad. Like, other players, and you know, you guys are all the same age as me, or you're a little bit younger, or you're a little bit older, and bro, you guys know what Call of Duty lobbies were. My kids absolutely buzz out when I show them those videos of YouTube and the lobbies, everybody losing it at each other, and then Activision or whoever owns them got all woke, and then you start, you know, and then different policies from Sony and Xbox, and you're not allowed to swear, and oh, who cares, eh? But did anybody die? You know? Calling anybody a bad name. Did they die? Stupid policies like that, bro, make people soft. By the way, like, everybody in society is soft. This is a safe place for our children. What are we talking about? We're killing people with guns. We're shooting people in a first-person shooter. Their bodies are ragdoll mechanics. The game looks better the more the body looks realistic. What are we talking about? Why the hell are we worrying about people's feelings? Bro, it was the best. It was the best to just sit there in a lobby, pre-match, waiting to match up, talking, you know, to your buddies. Yeah, bro, and then the other day I went and did this, and I went to, and then all of a sudden, pink, the ops jump in, and then you're just straight to just the most racial slurs. So, like, in New Zealand, we would match all the time with Aussie, obviously. You know, your Oceania, so obviously you're gonna, like, match all the time with Aussie, and it's just nothing but New Zealand versus Aussie. All of the time, every single racial slur, and I swear you'll jump into certain lobbies, and if you're playing solo and you're not in a party and you jump into a lobby and that's going down, a New Zealand versus Aussie sort of situation, I swear you'd like learn a new racial slur so you can use it the next time. But then a couple years of that and it's like, oh bro, this is actually terrible. Like, I was like wanting to stop playing anyway. All my friends were like, nah, you ain't gonna stop. We're never gonna stop. I tell you what made me stop. So one time I finished a big stint on the game. I used to work night shift, so on the weekends it was nothing to do, like family stuff all day, and then stay up all night jamming the game. And one night I had been up jamming the game, Hundy as all night. I crashed out early hours in the morning, and some dude was breaking into the house. And I remember waking up disorientated, like you can imagine it. Like you wake up, your partner's screaming, your kids are only a couple years old, you know, instantly adrenaline dump. You just, yeah, it's no good. It's no good, and it messes you up for a while. So running out after this dude, all the sort of carry on. And I remember like the next day, and I was like looking in the mirror, and like I was like fully phased out by this experience. Like mad PTSD, like I swear, worst PTSD ever. Any sort of like noise at night. Like now it's like, it's still like that to the point where when I have to go to bed, everything has to be silent, like the entire house. Like it's like a pin drop. I can't even hear my son's keyboard. Otherwise, like it's like, wait, shut up. But like, whereas before this event, I used to be able to listen to TV, music, everything, crash right through it. So it like obviously took its toll on me, like mentally going through that sort of experience, being that vulnerable. And I remember looking in the mirror, and you know, you got no top on, about to jump in the shower, that sort of thing. I remember looking at myself going, fuck, well, if you actually, like, if shit went down, what were you actually going to do? You know, what would you be capable of doing to defend your family? And I remember, like, having a shower, jumping in on the game. And then in Call of Duty, if you guys, you know, are unfamiliar or you are familiar with it, you can go into your settings menu. And in your settings menu, like how we have stats, you could see your account playtime. Now, account playtime only accounts for in-game matches. It doesn't account for all the bullshit and talking and everything else while you're actually logged in. I had I had 3 games. Like, the game releases every year. There's a new version, and like the current version that I was playing, I had like 3. I had like one account at 28 days, one account at 48 days. Like, this is like in-game time. Not to mention all the yarns, all the stops in between lobbies, everything. You know, a match might be somewhere between 4, 8, 10 minutes, that sort of thing, depending on it. And I like looked at it and I was like, imagine if I used that time wisely and I didn't waste it on a stupid fucking game. Imagine how much more capable I would be as a father to defend my family if all that time I had invested in this game was applied into something better. Imagine if I used it and I studied, or I learnt, or I did something. So I logged into the game, I partied up with the boys, and I just said to them right in that moment, and I just said, this is my last time with you guys. So everybody, we'll meet back in an hour. Everybody go to the bottle store. Like, bro, this is like 3 people from Aussie, 1 person from New Zealand, you know, like this sort of carry on. We're all on at the same time. Everybody go to the bottle store now. Go get piss. Get your smoke if you smoke. All that sort of carry on. We're going to drink all night. We're going to jam Call of Duty. And after this, I'm never... and like by this point, we'd gamed with each other for years. And I said, like, I'm never touching this game again. And everyone's like, yeah, whatever. Bro, and then like did it. Boom. Stops. Signed up at the gym. Did everything. Start running. All sorts of shit. And then it just become a staple. Where it's like, have to do it, mandatory. Well, there's the origin story. But I think to some degree, like, a large portion of my life I used to do that sort of stuff. Like, as a teenager, I had weight sets and used to run around and pull up bars and all that sort of stuff. And then, like, but it was like, because of an event, it was like, I will never not be physically capable of at least doing something. At least doing something. Anona, how's the tourney going? Tourney went well. We're just at the point where I'm just talking shit, really, before I start getting ready for bed. This guy's still moving. I don't know why he stopped here. He must be running at slow speed. Because he's definitely capable of more. Well, he should be. Because look, 87 waves. Look at that. Where is he? 241. Pros. He's a pro. Who's the big guy? 2000 waves. OGPQ. But yeah, we had this like super good RNG. Super good RNG. I don't farm tier 16, by the way. I've just put it on there because I shouldn't really start an overnight run for like another half an hour. We had a little bit of window. I started the midweek stream a little bit earlier than what I'm used to. Rappaport says, old school gaming was the best before money took over. 100%. Rust is like Call of Duty meets Area meets Minecraft. After that debacle, I try not to overly invest money or emotion into a game. Yeah, bro, I can imagine, bro. I did it once, and then a server shut down. I was so mad. I was so mad. I was like, what a waste. Well, I used to fall asleep playing this game. I was so mad. I fell asleep. Like, it was just like, it was dead. It was like, bro, what are we talking about? Hurry up and give server transfers. Like, the game was still alive, but my server died. Like, players, like, a whole bunch of people quit, and there's only just a bunch of whales running around. I was so mad, eh? Almost 800 waves, yeah, bro. Almost 800 waves. We almost beat our other PB. A lot of RNG involved in that. Not going to be like, whoa, we gained a bunch of power. No, we're just RNG. It's fast ultimate, basic ultimate. You know, way too much RNG. Death defies, all of that carry on. All of that gobbledygook. Richard said, hey, nice bracket. I keep missing the 4th place. A bracket like this would be the jackpot for me. I'm actually surprised that, well, I mean, I haven't really scanned everybody. I mean, surely this guy's got more juice. Like, I think a lot of people in here should have performed way better than they did. Like, there's no way. Let's go to this guy. There's no way he's at 400 waves. Like, maybe he's going to do another run. We'll see in the morning. There's a few of these guys that should be doing way more. I tell you what, though, this is a good picture. Envy and Awe Clouded. That's a pretty cool picture in a bracket. Like, irrespective of the placement in there, if it ends up turning out to be a Marshmellow bracket. Everybody's like very similar, like this whole chunk here, well, including me, we're all very similar top wave, except for this rando. There's no way, bro. There's no way he stopped there. Who's this dude? This dude's got to come up too. I think for the most part, probably this area is probably like staying still. Good to see Envy having a great placement. 100%. 100%. He sniped us. He sniped us. But, yeah. If we, like, let's say that we pull this off. And we get, like, 6th place or something like that. Bro, that's 10 keys. That's insane. I can't believe it. I refuse to believe that this is real. There's no way that we got the most Marshmellow bracket. But I have noticed I've been getting like around this time. If I start a tourney like 9 o'clock. I think when I started. How long has stream been going? It's 10 o'clock now. An hour and 21 minutes. So it's about 8:30. 20 to 9 we started. Somewhere around that 9 o'clock mark. These last few tourneys. I think like these ones here. Super good placements. Maybe that's the Marshmellow time. Have we figured out the Marshmellow time? I mean, in saying that, we did do one and we got spanked, which was about the same time. 15. Where's one we didn't get keys? I think it was this one. Place 20th. 600 weight for place 20th. Oh shit, we're all about to die. Damn. Pretty rippy in tier 16, eh? Why are we about to die? No CF plus... Oh, no CF perk. That'll do it. But, guys, honestly... Rappaport says, your backstory is kind of where I am in life. Now trying to make the most of it. That's what's so attractive about the tower and the gaming. It fills the fix, but it's not a full-time game. 100%. Bro, I've had a few games where I've downloaded and I've been like, go to give it a stint, and I can't do it anymore, eh? I think for the most part, it's like, whenever I used to game, you know, I used to be high. But like, I haven't done that in ages. I stopped that years ago, so like, it makes like sitting down gaming too hard for me. But with the tower, man, look mum, no hands, it plays itself. I always use that. I always use that as an example, especially at work when people go, what the hell is that? It's a tower. Is that a game? Yeah, oh, that looks trippy. How do you play it? Like this. But what are you doing with it? Nothing. What do you mean? It plays itself. Look, no hands. People are like, hey, that's a gay game. Nah, that's fucking mean game. Mean as game. Plays itself. Autopilot. But gentlemen, honestly, you guys have been amazing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your continued support. Wish us luck for keeping the Marshmellow bracket. What did I title the stream? The Marshmellow Hunter. Wish us luck. I feel like this guy's got a bit more sauce. And then maybe one or two in there where that will get some nice RNG. But if not, boom. Amazing. Amazing. Even if we lost a couple places and we got 8 keys. Bro, honestly, even 11 or 12 and getting 4 keys to me is huge. So if we got anything better than that, bro, super happy. Oh, the overcharge. Look at it. Taking down my package. Death-defied it. Take that, you bitch. So, again, before everyone leaves, give a like before you go. Yes, Richard, my man. My man. But guys, honestly, you guys are amazing. Also, thanks for talking to each other too. Sharing advice. You know, you get people come in, ask for some advice, and you guys share it. We all have the same destination that we have to go to, but we've all taken different paths. But for the most part, it's quite a similar path. There's some stuff that screams out to you to go and unlock that, etc. But yeah, always do appreciate you guys. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you guys for always showing up. I really do appreciate it, especially you guys that it's super late in your time zone, but you guys still managed to pop in and say hello. And we'll look forward to the stream on Saturday. So if you like what you see, you know the drill, fam. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you can see when the next video is coming out. And as always, keep it cloudy, fam.